Hey, how's it going, friends? I'm Darkoburi, the collector, and today we're going to check out this exclusive The Legend of Zelda figure. For today's unboxing, we've got this exclusive piece from First 4 Figures that they made for us here. This one's from The Legend of Zelda, but you had several options, and one of them was to buy the kit that included both Zelda and Link. Let me give you a quick explanation here. The game is called The Legend of Zelda, and a lot of people confuse Link, who is the hero of time, with Zelda, who is the princess. So, we're going to explain each of them as we go through this unboxing. Let's remember that the pieces our friends at First 4 Figures bring us are limited editions. What does that mean? It means that these exclusive editions are only sold in limited quantities, so you pre-order them, they sell out, and by the time they're released, like right now on my channel, you'll only be able to find them through resellers. There's a chance you can go to the First 4 Figures website and get on the waiting list. If someone who pre-ordered the figure doesn't end up paying for it, that's where you could get in. But what's the risk? You have to make a deposit. For what? To secure your spot on the waiting list. And if it works out, great. If not, you don't know when you'll get your pre-order money back. So, right now we're going to see what makes our figure special here. We're going to look at the elements of the box. We're going to analyze it thoroughly. And honestly, if you've seen my channel, you'll find it here. The Majora's Mask unboxing we already did was spectacular. You can find the collector's edition that we unboxed with its wooden base, or you can find the regular version, which has a smaller base and also a smaller Majora's Mask. So, remember that First 4 Figures releases limited, exclusive editions, and later on they release the commercial versions. Some lucky people in the United States have the chance to buy it in stores like Walmart, but we have to ship it from the US to here. So, stay tuned to the channel because we're going to do the unboxing of this impressive piece. The first thing to notice on the box, besides the band you see here with the names Zelda and Link, who is the princess, is that it has the First 4 Figures logo right here. Here we have the name Zelda, the Breath of the Wild. Over here, on this side of the box, we have the Triforce, which, of course, I also have on this side, on my arm. This is, in fact, the shield that belongs to Zelda's royal family, and it's made up of the 3 main forces in the video game, which are wisdom, courage, and power. Let's remember that the Triforce is always split apart. Wisdom goes to Princess Zelda, courage goes to the hero of time, who is Link, and Ganondorf, or the Calamity in this game, gets the power piece. They each get one of the 3 pieces, and it appears on their hand. Remember that in the end, it comes together again. Here, the hero of time kind of gets the power piece, and they always manage to seal away the Calamity. Up here, we saw the 2 editions we're going to have, which are painted. And remember that down here at the bottom is where we find the number that our piece belongs to. If you look closely, here it says that it's number 136 of our Zelda, the Breath of the Wild edition, which features Zelda and Link. Remember, it's a 10-inch figure made of PVC. And here, if you notice, it says it's the Master Edition. Why? Because the hero of time, when we're in the video game, always carries his Master Sword. So, we're not going to have a collector's edition, we're not going to have a special edition, we're going to have a Master Edition to honor the Legend of Zelda. And a huge thank you to Nintendo, with their seal and logo, for allowing us to play this incredible video game. Let's do the unboxing of this piece right here. Let's slide it out. Remember, the unboxing is as new for you as it is for me. The reaction I have when I see the incredible pieces we get from our friends, from all the companies, is completely genuine. And now, let's get started, this time from this side. I'm going to place them like this, but I'm going to cover them up. Here are the cards with the serial numbers for your figure. Here you have both Link and Zelda. And if you look, on the back it just says that it's a card to authenticate that the piece is yours. So, what are you going to do with this? You go to the First 4 Figures website, enter the number that's on the front here under your user account, and register it as yours. If you look up the serial number, you'll find me, Darkoburi, the collector, with these 2 pieces, and obviously from Majora's Mask. Next, we're going to tilt the box again. Do you see? Here it has something to open it, so done. You guys are going to be the first to see this whole process, because I won't be seeing it from the front, so feast your eyes on this part that's inside here, which was just the box inside the box. Let's take it out very carefully. Let's see how this part comes out. And this is the presentation of our Master Edition piece from The Legend of Zelda, courtesy of our friends at First 4 Figures. So, like I said, here we're going to do the unboxing of these 2 pieces, which are Zelda, make sure you get this right, Zelda, the princess, and Link, who is the hero of time. The only thing about our friend Link is that in all the video games, he's mute. I mean, he just talks and says, "Hiya," and that's all he says. Like, when he's about to swing his sword, he says, "Hiya." Then he jumps and says, "Hioa." And then when he's charging up power, "Hioa." And that's literally all he says. But for us, he's mute. He just nods yes, no, maybe, and that's about it. So, very much in the style of our friend Link, we're going to do a little magic with you all. We're going to do a Paya. And here we have the piece I told you that you could get at Walmart, so it's a bit simpler. And right now, we're going to see the difference between this Master Edition of Zelda and the Link figure, which I just couldn't pass up when I saw it a long time ago. This one just arrived for me. Honestly, my friends from Fire Force Figures just sent it to me. And here we have another edition. If you notice, they're very much in the same style, but let's check out the differences that our friends from Fire Force Figures have prepared for us. So we don't fall behind with opening our box, let's do a quick review. Here is the Fire Force Figure seal from our friends who make this impressive collection of figures for us. On this side, we have our hero of time, which is Link. I'll leave this here for a bit so you can take a look at the box. On the back, we have our two heroes, both Zelda and Link. Here are some poses, and it also tells the story of what happened in this video game. Here we have the princess. We still have the royal family's crest, and right up here, we have the Sheikah's Eye of Truth. So, let's take a look at the bottom. There's pretty much nothing at the bottom. There's just a notice from our friends at First 4 Figures, and that's it. So, keep your other box, the one that shows your piece's collection number, because this box, as they say, doesn't have any special or relevant information about your piece anymore. Let's get on with the unboxing without further delay. Let's start taking out our pieces here. Here, we can only see the Zelda Breath of the Wild logo on the flap. It's really, really, really awesome, as they say around here. Let's carefully take it out and then gently move it on over to this particular spot right here. Let's take out the figure. Ta-da! There's no better sound in the world than hearing that when you open it. And here we have piece number 1, piece number 2, and a cable. What's it for? For our base. Let's take out both pieces so we can analyze them. Let's remember that in this video game that came out, which honestly is super awesome, the sequel just came out, which was the prequel, meaning the part where all the calamity happened. The hero of time, Link, lost. That's right, you heard me, he lost. For those who played it, you already know. For those who haven't, sorry for the spoiler, but the hero of time lost. He spends, thanks to Zelda, 100 years asleep while his wounds heal. When he wakes up, the only thing Link does is wake up with this tablet. If you notice, here he has it with him. That tablet guides him, and what's awesome about the game is that it's an open world game. There's no particular sequence you have to follow to finish it, but they give you that freedom to explore. And there are several things you have to play with, even gravity itself. I mean, there are metal doors, there are electrical storms. So, if there's an electrical storm and the hero of time is carrying a metal sword, the lightning starts to strike you and you start getting hit. So, if you throw metal weapons at enemies, chances are the lightning will strike the enemy instead. But let's talk a little bit here about the hero of time. Let's remember that here, in the era of the hero of time, it was already a more advanced civilization. So, this arrow is what they used to take down guardians. The guardians were like robotic automatons that started advancing and defended the castle. But since Calamity won, that's what they call Ganon, Calamity, those robots turned against the main characters. There were also 4 champions and 4 beasts that you could ride to help defeat Calamity, and our hero has to go awaken them, but Ganon had already placed his servants on the 4 beasts, which were the strongest in the kingdom, to guard them. So, the hero of time goes about collecting his items. We already know he gets bows, he gets arrows. He absolutely has to go deep into the mysterious Lost Woods to ultimately get the legendary Master Sword. He is shields and he has to get the classic Hylian shield. And then, remember, he's got this piece of clothing. Let's do a close-up, first to see the arrow here. Like I said, these arrows were special, you only started getting them later on, and the bow. Look at this shade of blue compared, for example, just a bit to this other shade. To me, it seems like this piece is painted much better, with more detail than this one. Here we have the arrow, which is already being aimed, almost about to be shot by our hero of time. You can see the quality in the detail here, as he's holding the bow ready to let it go. He had his bracers here for protection. And look at the blue clothing. If you notice, it matches the same type of clothing worn by everyone from the kingdom where Princess Zelda is, the pants and the boots. But let's look at the details. Here he has what we call the place where the arrows are kept, the quiver, and he's carrying 6 arrows. They're regular arrows, just regular ones for taking down guardians. Let's see, here's a belt. The tablet he uses to access certain powers like magnetism, stopping time, and things like that. Here they already had the attachments, like carrying food, setting bombs, all that stuff. And we have a very simple shield. If you look, here we see 2 dragons, and he's carrying the sword. We know this isn't the Master Sword yet, so unfortunately our Link doesn't come with the Master Sword. But now, let's take a moment to look at Link's facial expression. That seriousness he has, and another thing is that he's always worn earrings. If you look, Link is wearing earrings here on his ears. The pointed ears that always make us think he's an elf. And here he has his long hair, so it's tied back in a ponytail, also with a blue band. I'll show you both pieces. Right off the bat, one base is higher than the other. If we put them at the same level, the figures are about the same size. The base is what makes the difference. So, let's briefly analyze both pieces here on the Darkoburi channel. And now, just like the classic game we have on Facebook, find the 10 differences, but it's going to take you a while, because the only differences are in the colors. The most drastic difference we have between this piece, which is the collector's edition, and this one, besides the base, is the background of the base. If you notice, this is the one I bought, like I said, at a Walmart. It's really simple. You can find them at GameStop, places like that, especially over in the United States. And our collector's piece here, this is where it tells us that it's piece number 136 out of 3,000. There are only 3,000 pieces in the world, and here we have our pair on the Darkoburi channel. All the others have the logos here of Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, first 4 figures. And we have this little slot to put in a battery, and we're going to find it right here. So, let's do a close-up of this part here, on the opposite side, where our hero of time is, where you can connect it with this USB cable. And now, it's Princess Zelda's turn, who we see here with her long, golden hair that comes down to about her waist. We have Princess Zelda looking out toward the horizon. She also has her pointed ears. We know that the princess always falls in love with the hero of time because they're destined to be together. Princess Zelda is holding her tablet, which is her main weapon. She's also wearing a dress, well, a shirt that's part of her outfit, in the same blue as the hero of time, but she has more features of the royal family. Here, right in the center, you can see she has the Triforce. She only has a pouch on the back here, which also carries some accessories for her. And aside from that, everything else is pretty simple. We can see the pants. Let's take a look at the shoes here and what she's got down here at the bottom. If you notice, she's wearing metal shoes, and the base is still in the same Sheikah style here with the Eye of Truth. If you remember from the Legend of Zelda, the one that gave us the biggest story of all, with that, you could see through chests using the Eye of Truth. And down here on the side, we can see that this piece is a pair. It's piece number 136 out of 3,000 from our friends at First 4 Figures. We have this collector's edition, plus it's the same size, which complements what I was telling you. You can readily find Link available for sale to the general public, but discovering both of them together, complete with their original cards, is truly something quite special and rather unique. So, I am going to leave them right here for a little while, for a bit of an extended period, so you can take a much closer, more detailed look at Princess Zelda with all her intricate and beautiful details. Now, the last part that came inside the box is this. There were 2 of them because there are 2 figures. Let's open it. Here it tells us how to build the figure's diorama using the box as a base. If you look closely, here we have Link, and it shows how to cut out the box to get this illustration where he's in Hyrule, so to speak, with the whole nature effect behind Link. And here it tells us that there are other figures made by First 4 Figures that really catch our eye, but we can't find them in their collector's edition. If you notice, the most interesting one is this Ganondorf, which honestly looks amazing. Ganondorf, later in the games, when he transforms into the beast, that's when he goes by the name Ganon. So here we have one, showing how to assemble the diorama, and then we open the second one to make the diorama of Princess Zelda. These are the 2 additional accessories that came with it. You already know that we can also connect Zelda's base. It already comes with its battery, you just have to remove what it has there. Here, you just need to take this off. However, the battery doesn't have any charge. What do I mean by that? It's a rechargeable battery, but it doesn't turn on. That's why we had to connect it to our hero of time so you could see how it lights up. If you look, here it's turned on. Here, I'll clearly show you so you can distinctly and easily see precisely how it is illuminated and lit up. And it also possesses a secondary function, which thoughtfully turns on just like this. The arrow stays lit, as you can see, but the Eye of Truth lights up less. Let's turn it on again so you can see the difference. And now it turns off. On, less bright, and then it lights up. If you notice, the light creates this effect and then it fades out. Let's leave it on normally. And that's it for these magnificent first 4 figures collector's edition figures, which are truly exceptional pieces. Specifically, for my personal collection, this is the impressive Darkoburi number 136 out of a strictly limited production run of only 3,000 pieces worldwide, making it a truly rare and highly sought-after item for dedicated collectors. And now, it's time for the shoutouts that you all requested for watching the channel. The first one we have is Akuil Speza. No, just kidding, I'm not so naive as to fall for all those tricks you guys pull, but Axel Velasquez, shout out to you. Your dad, Kid, say hi to Axel for me, he's your fan. So, Axel, big shout out to you. And Anuar Sanchez, big shout out to you too. Thanks for being fans. To all my fans in Argentina, I love you all so much too. Here on the Darkoburi channel, you already know that if you ask me, we make it happen. And, as you know, February 14th is coming up. So, if you want to surprise your friends or that special someone, swing by the Darkoburi store real quick, because we've got hats, mugs, keychains, pins, a ton of products that could be yours. Send us a message there to buy your product at the Darkoburi store. And also remember that we're on all social media, so check us out on every single one. Give it a like, turn on the notification bell, hit love, heart it, do it all. Share it with your friends. Let me know in the comments what other unboxing you want to see. Tell me which of the pieces you like the most. Honestly, Link, being the hero of time, was definitely the one everyone liked the most. Once the battery was charged, it turns on by itself. I'm not a magician here, it's just that the battery was rechargeable. And here we leave Princess Zelda 2 with her light. You know, share it, turn on the notification bell, give it a heart, and above all, Darkoburi, peace out.
Darkoburi.